Welcome back. Now what we need to do is that we need to head on over to the single product.php, and in the single product.php we have access to the product ID. We have access to the product ID. So at the top, at the very top, before the HTML code, we need to add here PHP. Before the HTML, we need to add PHP, and then we need to get first here. We need to get the product ID. So the product ID is stored in a get in the get request. So we first need to make sure that we have the product ID. So I'm going to say if statement. I'm going to say here if is set get and then product ID product underscore ID. So if we have the product ID, remember the parameter, the get parameter is product underscore ID. Therefore here we need to say if is set get product ID, then we can now make a request to the database and get the product ID. Else we need to return back to the home page. So else, if we don't have the product ID, we need to say header location, and then header location index.php. We need to go back to the home page. So let me test. So if I go to the single product without, as you can see, without specifying the product ID, if I try again single underscore product, if I try to go to the single product without specifying an ID, it's going to take me to the home page because we don't have a product. So this no product ID was given. So we need to get the product ID. In case we have the product ID, we need to make a request. So I'm going to copy a code from the server get featured products. We have this code, so I'm going to copy this code and then I'm going to paste it here because it's going to be the same, but it's going to be a little different. So here we need to say, let me push this first. Here I'm going to say con prepare select all from products, but we don't need to say we need to say actually limit 1 because we need only one product. But before limit we need to say where product ID is equal to question mark, and the limit now is not important because the product ID is unique, so there is no need to say limit product ID. Now we need to say statement stmt, and then we need to say bind underscore params, and then we need to pass here the type. The type is integer, and the second parameter is the ID. So we need to create here a variable called product ID, product underscore ID. So the product ID is going to be equal to get product ID, product ID, and then we need to say we need to pass it here product ID, and here it should be bind param, not params, bind param. So make sure that the spelling is correct, and let's also use the MySql And that's it. Now we need to say product. Here it's going to be not products, it's going to be only product. Product, and then get result. Statement get result. And we can use this product now in the bottom. In the bottom, let me, instead of displaying the product is here. So the product here, single product. So here, instead of displaying the image like this, I'm going to remove this image. And then I'm going to say here, PHP. And then PHP. But before I forgot something important, which is the while. So we need to say here while. And then actually we need first PHP, and then while. Let me give myself some space and show you how this is gonna look like. While, and then only one single curly bracket, and then while raw is equal to product fetch a sauce, and then at the end of this this div. So here this div, this is the end. So here we need to say PHP, close the curly bracket, and then close the PHP angular bracket. And then here we need to say PHP and then echo. And then what we need to echo is that we need to echo the raw with the product image. Product underscore image. And I'm going to explain something very important here, by the way. That's fine. So I'm going to explain something important here. You might be wondering why we have a while loop, but even though we have a one single product, the reason is because this is going to return an array. So this is going to return an array, but in this case, this array will contain only one single product. Therefore, we need to loop over the array, but we will loop over one single product. So don't worry about this. Even though this is an array, there will only be one product. For the small images, we need to display the small images. So here, for example, here we have an error, so I cannot test now. Let me finish first. So here I'm going to say, I'm going to repeat the same code. So I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to copy this code, and then I'm going to paste it here. But in the first, we need to say product underscore image, just image. In the second, we need to say PHP echo raw product image 2, product image 2, because we have, remember, the columns are image, product image 2, product image 3, and product image 4. So we have here product image 2, and then here we need to say echo product image 3, and lastly product image 4. And for the product information, we have the product name is I think the product name is this one, product name, and here the product price. So let's display the product price. Here I'm going to say echo product price. And here we need to say echo product name. And instead of these paragraphs, I'm going to say echo and then product description. And we are good to go. Let me save and let me. By the way, I have here an error. I should get this here, the closing curly bracket, and then add it here. I should add it here. I have a problem. It should be here because the raw should be inside the loop. So make sure that this curly bracket after we are done. Let me now save and let's test. Let me save, and now let me go back and test. So I'm going to refresh first, and then I'm going to click on one of these products. Let's click on the first one, and we have an error here. It says gone, undefined variable. So the reason is because at the top we forgot a very important thing, which is include the connection. Remember, we need to say server /connection. Let me save and let me test one more time. So now we should have the product. So if I refresh, as you can see, I'm going to get this product, and I'm going to get the same four images. The reason is because I don't have other images. I have only the same exact image, but if you add other images, they will be displayed here. And the information is correct. So white shoes, 155, product details, awesome white shoes. Let's make sure that everything is working. Let me click on the second product. So if I click on the second product, it's going to display again the green bag, 155, and everything is fine. Let me check the third one here, black bag, 250, awesome black bag. So it works successfully, and now we know how to get to a specific to a single product page with that specific product.